It's late at night. You look over, and your partner's sitting there on the opposite side of the couch, staring into their phone. And they've been doing this for the last half hour. They've been smiling, they've been laughing, you're trying to figure out what they're doing. And then in the window behind them, you catch a glimpse of a completely naked picture in their phone. They're staring at nudes. And in fact, they've been flipping through a few of them for a little bit. What do you do? How are you supposed to handle this? And what the heck is happening? This is probably something called micro-cheating. Is it real cheating? Most people would say yes. Micro-cheating is the term that we use to describe something that may or may not fully cross that boundary, but it certainly feels like it has. This is a violated expectation that hurts the other partner somehow and diminishes that sexual connection between you by throwing that attention somewhere else. Usually it's not about sex, it's about a dopamine binge. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute and what that looks like. But this sure as heck does violate your desires, your needs, and what you're comfortable with, and it's going to start a fight. This has been a gigantic topic over on TikTok where it has blown up, but we're going to talk about it here today so that you know you are not crazy. If this is something you've experienced and hate, we're going to talk you through what that looks like. And if you are the partner who does micro-cheating, no judgment, I want to help you through that because there's a specific reason this is usually happening, and you can solve that together. Now, I am Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist, and some of the things I'm going to talk about here today are going to be a little spicy, so just trigger warning on that one. But also, some of the things I'm going to share here today about how to fix this are going to be products that I have worked on and resources I can offer you that will help you through this micro-cheating event or help you break out of it if you're in the middle of it. I'm either going to link those resources in the video directly or put them in the description below, but they're all available on adamlanesmith.com, as well as you can contact me through that website. You can find my coaching, you can find my private community. All of my resources are through my website, adamlanesmith.com. So where does micro-cheating come from? Let's talk about that first before we talk about how to handle it. What is it? Micro-cheating can be as simple as flipping through and watching porn when your partner is not comfortable with you watching porn. It can be flipping through and getting nudes from people and just collecting them. You don't even do anything with them or have a relationship. You're just gathering in nude pictures. It can be going through Instagram and following tons of fetish models and just wanting to watch their pictures and saying, no, I'm supporting creators. It can be dropping comments on all of those pictures and all those videos. Hey, super hot. Hey, looking sexy. Hey, this is great. It can be going through your ex's social media and leaving them comments and hearts and emojis and trying to reconnect with them a bit. It can be sliding into DMs and trying to start conversations with people you find attractive on social media. It can be texting your ex behind your partner's back when they don't know what you're doing. And it's not about child keeping and it's not about co-parenting. It's about making that connection alive and sharing emotional bonding with your ex-partner that your current partner doesn't know is happening or is really uncomfortable with. It could be texting an escort service just to try to get information, say, hey, send me some pictures first, and messing around with them. And you do this all the time to get free nudes from the escorts. This happens more often than you could possibly expect. Anywhere where you are crossing a line that you are not comfortable with your partner knowing and you are keeping a secret, or your partner is deeply uncomfortable with it and you are doing it anyway, that is usually micro-cheating. Now, a lot of this comes down to the expectations of a couple. What may feel like cheating to one couple is not that big of a deal to another couple. You need to be having a discussion about this, but if you are actively keeping it a secret from your partner, pretty much default micro-cheating at that point because you are actively preventing your partner from finding out with the fear of what could happen if they did. So even if they would have been okay with it initially, they probably are not going to be okay with it now because now you've created a severe problem where you are keeping secrets. Micro-cheating at its core is about binging pleasure secretly away from somebody else because that's the only way you know how to feel good. It's a dopamine rush. It is all about feeling incredible, usually at the expense of whoever you are micro-cheating with or whoever you are looking at. And sometimes not at their expense, it's at their benefit. If you have an OnlyFans subscription or 5 of them and you get personalized videos into your inbox every day and you're paying for it and you know it's not a real relationship, but you're paying cash out to the sex performer, that right there probably is violating your relationship if your wife doesn't know and you think she might not understand and might irrationally flip out at you for spending $1,000 a month on getting personalized sexualized material. No, baby, she means nothing to me. It's just fun. Now, someone who micro-cheats will usually say, they mean nothing to me. And that's usually true. It's not the person they're trying to connect with. It's the sexual experience they're sort of having or the binging of pleasure. To them, it's just an extension of Netflix that steps up a rank. It's better Netflix. Skin flicks? But what it comes down to usually is that they aren't getting the bonding chemicals they need from their relationships. They aren't feeling good and safe and warm and accepted and cared for, and they can't share their needs, and they can't solve problems together with you, and they always feel at odds with the world, and they feel disconnected. They feel like they're going to be abandoned. They feel like a burden. They can't ask for what they need from you or want from you. They feel all of these things, so their brain chemistry is off. Their dopamine is low. Their vasopressin is low. Their oxytocin is low. Their serotonin is low. All of the bonding hormones they're supposed to get are low, so then they just pound the dopamine button like a monkey going crazy. They are pounding on that dopamine button, sitting across from you on the couch, looking at nudes of somebody else right there, and you would never have known if the window hadn't reflected it. So if you've been caught in a micro-cheating circumstance before, whether you were the person doing it or the person who got hurt, unfortunately, by your partner doing it, there's hope. There's ways to handle this. What you need to do is, number one, stop and have a discussion about why it happened. This is usually where couples go, but the other person says, I don't know, I'm just wrong, I'm so sorry. And the other person says, how could you do this? Is it my fault? No. It's usually, almost always, an attachment issue that has prevented you from being open with the other person, saying, hey, I need this. I really need this in relationships. I need this warmth. I need care. I need you to spend time with me. I need snuggles. I need holding hands. I need more sex. I need massage. I need connection. I need this from you. I'm not getting it because I'm not asking for it. It's not usually you're not giving it because you're a bad partner. I'm not asking you for it, and you can't read my mind. That right there, that would solve most of these micro-cheating events. So number one, if this has happened, you are most likely looking at an attachment issue. Is the other person going to own up to it and say, you're right, I need to fix this, and then not just go back to it in 2 weeks, but yeah, no, I need to fix this. Partners who are not going to fix it say, I'm so sorry, I'm going to live the rest of my life in slavery to you to please you. Please don't break up our marriage. I'm going to do anything. I will never be happy again on purpose. That's the really bad approach. That's going to tell you that that is not sustainable. And that person does not mean it. They're just freaking out right now trying to make everything great. I've known a number of men who come into my coaching practice who say, my wife caught me doing this, and I need to understand how to destroy my own life to prove to her that I am so convicted and changing. And it's been exactly 3 days, Adam. You need to help me destroy my own life to prove to her how serious I am. I'm like, whoa, buddy, not sustainable. You are not actually here to change. You are just here to try to show her this so that she will stop having an emotional response. And when she goes back down, you will go back down to what you were doing. Now, when somebody really changes, what you're looking for is, this got out of hand and this is not who I want to be. I need to change who I am. And the reason this happened is because I was not being honest about my needs. I was just binging pleasure. I was just trying to have fun at the expense of this relationship. I am so sorry. This is not who I am going to be anymore. I am going to change my behavior. I'm not going to make myself dreadfully unhappy just to show you that I'm unhappy. I am going to really change who I am and look at my values, my goals, my principles, and who I want to be. Now, this is a core element of fixing attachment. As I teach inside the first couple of modules of my attachment bootcamp course, who you are is defined by how you stick to your goals, your principles, your values, all of those things. Those define you. And if you need help with that, drop me down in the comments and say, hey, Adam, I need help with my goals, my values, and my principles. As I said, the first few modules of my Attachment Bootcamp video course are all about these, because if you don't have your goals, your values, and your principles in line, you will start falling apart and start dopamine binging and doing things you don't agree with and don't like, and you're going to get in big trouble. That's where most micro-cheating events happen, is because you've gone so far off the path from who you want to be that all you have become is a person who's managing your own feelings in ways you don't like. So a person who is actually changing who they really are is going to be looking at those goals and those values and principles and starting to live to them. By the end of week 1, they will have found those things and really built in some new routines to make themselves live those things out every day. By the end of week 2, they are increasing how focused they are on those things. By the end of week 3, they're not going backward on their word like most people who faked it. And most wives watching this will know, yeah, my husband has told me 100 times he's going to change. By the end of week 2, he is usually going back. By the end of week 3, he is fully back into who he was. Yeah, and by the end of week 3, he should be escalating, or they should be escalating. By the end of week 4, they are fully into this new person that they are living with goals, values, and principles, and internally motivated by making those changes. This is absolutely crucial that this take place, because now they have found the conviction they need to challenge the attachment issues that were there in the first place. This is why inside my attachment bootcamp course, I begin with the internal work, but the next step is then externalizing it and cleaning house on your relationships. That's what you're going to need to do if you were microcheating or your partner was. They need to clean house on their life and relationships. What are they doing in their life that is in or out of alignment with those new goals and principles that they are now living to? It's almost like a religious conversion. They've got to reshape their life to be more conducive to that. Not just cut out the bad things, but what good things are they adding in that are going to add accountability and increase their internal healing and their internal motivation to do the right things in life. In other words, what good pressures are they layering on themselves internally and externally that are going to keep them on that new pathway rather than just, I'm going to be unhappy all the time and I'm going to bring you flowers and chocolates and always write you poems. No, no, no. What are you actually doing in your life to build a sustainable, good life that is going to lead you away from microcheating? It's not enough to just say, I'm not going to microcheat. What are you doing that's going to replace that and build in no room for those sorts of binging behaviors ever again? The next step comes with addressing those needs that they have inside their relationship with you. How are they doing with coming to you and saying, hey, you know what? This was really bothering me. Could we talk about this as a team and fix this? Hey, I have this need. Can we do this? I have a sexual need. Can we do this? I need to just spend time with you so I feel close to you so that I don't sit here and binge porn. No, I need to feel close to you. Hold hands, watch a show, laugh, play a game, massage my back. Please rub my back. I just need that. I can rub your back. Let's spend some time together. Hey, can you tell me that you actually care about me? Can you give me some care and respect tonight? I really need that. Hey, could we just, eat some popcorn and play a game or watch a movie together? Can we laugh? Can we lay in bed? Can we go have sex? Can we do this and this? Can we just have sex tonight? That would be a great thing. Most people are terrified to ask of their partner, hey, can we just have sex tonight? And can we do it slow and have a nice long fun? Can we make out first? Can you get naked and dance around and cluck like a goose or whatever you gotta do? Can we do these fun things together as a couple and have fun together? That is what's really going to replace the microcheating, because you're actually going to be bringing pleasure and joy into your relationship and getting your needs met openly with your partner instead of hiding them down and not letting them get met and then freaking out when something bad happens. This is the process of fixing your microcheating. This is the process of making sure it doesn't happen again. You must build a better relationship than it ever was, because you can't simply go back to where you guys were. That was the pathway that led to the microcheating in the first place. You must build a different attachment with yourself and in yourself, and then between the two of you, and build a deeper relationship connection. A lot of the people who are doing a life overhaul, they join my private community and they get attachment and accountability and connection and all the good tips in there in coaching sessions and group events with me, and also working with the other group members. You need people around you who keep you accountable. If your friends are all micro-cheating and looking at porn and all cheating behind their girlfriend's back or their wife's back, you are going to be doing those behaviors because your brain's going to say, it's okay. If the people around you absolutely abhor that and hate it and say, never ever do this, and they would punch you in the face, your best friend would punch you and deck you if they found out you were doing this, build accountability with them. Say, hey man, if I ever go backwards on this, I'm going to make myself tell you, even though I hate it, and I want you to please punch me in the face, but on this side, this is my pretty side. Punch me over here on this side. That right there is a good friend, and that right there is the proper connection you are supposed to have, because your good friend will actually respect you more for stepping up to the plate and saying, help hold me accountable, because this is the man I want to be, not this person. And I'm saying men because men are often the ones who do this, but plenty of women go out there and do micro cheating as well. You need to build accountability in for your behaviors and make sure you are making these changes as well. Some of you might be watching this saying, Adam, what's the big deal? None of this is a big problem. This is not an issue. Other people, please drop down in the comments and tell me about the time that micro-cheating led to full-on cheating. Because that's usually where it goes. Guys who start off with a porn addiction, usually end up going and either having sex with somebody or they go out and find a prostitute. The massage parlors, this is usually the chain of sequences of micro-cheating into massage parlors. You would be shocked how often I have men come into my coaching and say, Adam, I need to work with you. I have just cheated on my wife with a prostitute. She told me that micro-cheating was a problem for the last 3 years. I told her she was crazy, and now I'm realizing she was right, and I don't know how to tell her that this has happened because she's going to divorce me the moment she learns this. Okay, that's where we were starting coaching. Let's build from there and let's see what we can do. Can you live like this for the rest of your life? We build a whole program to get them back into it and work on their relationship, and yes, tell their wife what happened, almost always. It's not my choice to make, but they usually come to the conclusion that that needs to happen. Otherwise, they don't have a real marriage. They just have a life that they are building and maintaining at their partner's expense without their partner ever knowing. Big problem. So, micro-cheating happens, unfortunately. It does not mean the end of the relationship, unless the other person is not willing to do the work. If the person is really willing to truly do the internal work and be internally motivated to make the fixes, that's when things can actually change. That's when they can get help. They can come into my coaching, into my private community, or take my attachment bootcamp course and learn about that attachment and work on it together. If you have been caught micro-cheating, one of the best things you can do is grab my attachment bootcamp course. I'm gonna link it right here. Take that course together with your partner, and it explains why attachment issues are happening and what they can lead to. After each module, stop, have a conversation with your partner about how that's affecting you. This will force you to open up. It will force you to have the conversations you have dreaded and pretended aren't going to happen. And the ones that have led to this micro-cheating, this is what's going to force you to do that. So watch the Attachment Bootcamp course together as a couple. Go through it and show them that you're really investing in changing who you are in your heart. That's one great option that you can do. Up next, you're gonna have to learn how to share your needs, and I've got a great video for that. Click right here to learn how to change and improve your communication in under 10 minutes. Watch that video, watch it with your partner, and start talking about building a better communication style together as a team so you can get those needs met so this never happens again. So right now, drop into the comments section and let me know if micro-cheating has been a problem in your past. Everybody who's watching this saying, Adam, this is not a big deal, this is stupid, you're just being jealous. No. People drop down in the comments and let me know when micro-cheating has led to problems in your relationship. How did it feel? What was the outcome? Was there a divorce? Was there heartbreak? Let me know and let the rest of the world know so that people know how seriously they need to take this. Please make sure you subscribe and like the channel. It helps support my work, and you're going to see lots more videos that are going to come and help you out. But for now, watch that video on how to improve your communication. I will see you in that video.